Hello and welcome to Rule the Waves 3, playing as France, starting 1890 on Super Large. It is episode 51, January 1936. It will run until December 37 unless war or something other exceptional happens. So let's jump in. Let us start as usual with the lovely map, this time of Northern Europe and the Mediterranean. And you can see that the entire world is at peace. Only Italy is belligerent and has some fleet elements. One squadron of BB, one of BC, some other raiders, odds and ends, bits and bobs, some aircraft. I don't have a lot of aircraft yet. I still feel the drain on my economy though. This is the time where I should decide if I need to build bigger docks. It's a good question. On the one hand, it feels kind of wasted since I am nearing the limit where I don't really need to build my ships much bigger, but it could be that I want to build something around 65,000 tons, so I will give it one more go since I'm in the black, which I'm not really because I'm only building 4 ships. So, before we start pushing the turn buttons, I want to share with you some designs that I made. I made an update here, and with some tweaks I was able to get it up to 32 because I see some of the AI designs are reaching 30, 31, even 32 knots in some cases. And the reason I like this specific ship is that I was able to get, my new quality 1 6-inch guns. That is very neat. I get 32 knots of speed. I was able to get both unit machinery so I can limp away when my belt is penned, and torpedo defense. I have reasonable protection, but of course a a quality 1 6-inch guns. It pens my turrets at anything substantially below 10,000, but that's fine. But you can see against DD guns, even 5 inches, it's reasonably effective. The belt would get penned more often than I'd like, but sure. 4-inch guns, however, pretty good immunity there, but it seems that AI prefers 5-inch guns on its DDs. Now, so it would be better if I could do this, but you can see then I can just forget about 32 knots. Then I would have to accept 31, which, yeah, suddenly that seems... I need to think about that actually, because this feels a lot better actually. Would even like this, to be honest. Actually, this would be ideal. Man, but I cannot do everything. But that is the concept. I want to build a few of these. I've kept it at 3-inch guns. I could go to 4-inch. That would boost my heavy AI slightly. I probably have way too many AI directors. We probably do something like that. So we can play around with it, but I don't have money to build it right now, so it is still a little bit into the future, because my previous batch with only 6-inch guns, so this would double the number of 6-inch guns and more modern 6-inch guns, and quadruple the number of 3-inch or maybe even 4-inch guns. I got the quality 1 4-inch guns also now. But for scouting and screening duties, they are good enough until they start losing speed. So, yes, I should start building them soon, but it's not absolutely essential. I also had a look at a CV, and it turns out the CV tonnage limit has crept up. Tends to do that along I think year has some relevance, but also text, I'm not 100% sure. I was able to get something, it's not armored, but it's not completely unarmored. I got 2 on the turret tops, not 2 on the deck, that's too heavy, but my deck extended is 2, and I pushed it up to 31 knots because the tonnage difference there is getting minimal. TPS 3, that's the maximum, but look at this, I'm now at 88 planes. My previous carrier was 70, and yeah, I could trim down the armor even more and get 96, 94, but yeah, it's good enough. Plenty of ammo here, advanced director, lots of AA guns. But this one I want to put into design, 5,000 4 months. I'm pretty sure I designed something else as well. It's completely a TDF. Did I? Yes, I created a variant of my good destroyer. This one is basically the same, but takes advantage of improved director for DD's quality 1 4-inch guns. Quad with reloads, that's significant. I had to drop the mines and the increased DC storage. That's just 1.0 ASV. So this is even more focused on the core role of being a destroyer escort and striking hard with torpedoes. I think I want to develop this as well in case I want to build additional DDs, which I definitely will, both in this. What I would really like is to keep building these 1,500-ton escort destroyers and then go full fleet destroyer with the 2,500-ton destroyer, not that 2,000-ton thingy, because yeah. Because ideally I want 8 5-inch guns, dual purpose. But okay, either dual purpose or single purpose, but with some 3-inch dual purpose. Yeah, that is also an option. Maybe that is actually better. Not a whole lot of other things going on. The light cruiser we can do in a little while, so let's just push the turn button. Again, the system is not so interesting because you don't really know. Below average damage control expert could be a thing. I think it works like this. The quality of your commanding officer affects the effective crew quality of your ship. So having a brilliant one gives a little boost, so it more quickly gets to good elite and so forth, while the opposite is true for incompetent. And I also think that the division commander has some degree of influence. Not so sure about the area admiral. I think he's mostly about that dice roll when a battle is about to start. But all things are opaque here, so take what I say with a grain of salt. It's just my feeling, so to speak, after playing for a while. These are not obsolescent, so they provide basically no minesweeping. I would have to rebuild them to improve that. Sure, fine. Gonna cost 12. Ooh, that was cheap. This one, can we do anything about this one? We need to keep one. It can only have one of those, one of those. Yeah, ASV6 is not super impressive, but could have some AA guns, and yeah, definitely possible. This one can do something similar. Mines, PC, it could have the full 2. Yeah, there is room for that. So this can also be sort of a sub killer for almost no monies at all. We'll definitely do that. How many do we have? We have 14 and we have 6. So that's 20. Yeah, I think we have them group. Yes, these 4 groups. I mean, you can never have too much ASW. So let me try to remember those. These are getting long in the tooth, so we shall consider a more thorough rebuild for them. Maybe even replace machinery, because you see we can get an awful lot of extra speed out of them, but we mustn't make them too expensive for. And the improved director and some light AA and reloads. But we don't want spacious, we want normal. Could go to 3-inch dual purpose. Have some more ammo for the dual purpose. This would not be horrible. It is expensive at 3,500, but it's definitely cheaper than buying a whole new destroyer, and it retains these 5-inch guns. I think it's also possible to go like this, have 8 4-inch guns like the other. That is also actually kind of tempting. Price is pretty much the same. You lose a little bit of range and oomph, but then we could just ditch these guys. The speed is a lot more interesting as well. I won't be able to do that. I could do this. Not really that important. Yeah, I feel we have options here. Oh, that was quite a bit more expensive, actually. Try to figure out something that is not horrendously expensive, but we need to do something about them. These are down to 30 knots now, so I definitely time to either relegate them to second line duty. I think they are too valuable for that, so I think we will have to rebuild them, but rebuilding them will take some time. This is a 4. This we could just do this with. Actually possible just to have 8 guns. Really? Well, that was not what I was going for. Could do that actually. It would have no dual purpose unless we go here. And that's just 33 knots. I'll think about it. Not entirely sure what I want yet. Maybe doing just 4-inch was a little bit lame. Yeah, anyway, we need to get some turns. The Russians are increased loading mechanization. Yeah, they are potentially enemies of Germany, so by all means. More armor quality, good. Weight savings in torpedo mounts, that is interesting. Could do the... Oh, it's not done yet. Okay, yeah. Let's see how much we save. Yes, of course, US. Nothing important. Rework the design. Oh, of course. So it saved exactly 0 tons. That was interesting. Let's clear the mounts. Add mount. Nope. Clearly a bug. It has absolutely no effect on... Or does it take effect next turn or something weird like that? Did we check that out? Yes, of course, sir. Sir, yes, sir. New fighter prototypes, and it is shit. I want firepower for. No, okay, it's getting slightly better here. Because now speed is up and range is just tragic still. This one has the same range, but maneuverability is better, so I guess it is better. It's not good, but it is better. Cannot have nice things, that's the problem. Okay, let's design this ship. No, it had absolutely no effect on torpedo weight. It clearly says weight saving in torpedo mount. Okay. I'm gonna pause here and report this bug. Yeah, so bug reported, kind of annoying. I was looking forward to torpedo mounts weighing less, but clearly we cannot, like I said, have nice things. So evaluated in 5 months. Okay, this is done in 7. These are, well, they're not ready yet, but we're getting there. All of this stuff is looking good. So let's turn. Oh no, they are communists now. Sure. By all means. Japan is kind of primitive, same with Russia, so helping them with tech isn't the worst thing you can do. Helping the US, of course, they would get those techs anyway. Germany, nah, not so much. If only to spite them. Speaking of tensions, how are people feeling about one another? They are feeling relatively peaceful. Okay, so no chance of me being dragged into a war on behalf of someone else. little bit disappointed. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely gonna use oxygen fuel torpedoes on my destroyers, maybe also on my cruisers. Oh, this is good. Build ship. Villeban. Where is it? It once started. It's taking, yeah, 2.5 years. 2 years, 4 months. Starting to cost a pretty penny, but 88 aircraft, that's nice. Spain is sending a force to Eritrea. Uh, there is no way they're gonna have any effect on the game. Let's let them have Eritrea. They will probably lose it. Yay, finally. Yay. Then let's hit doctrine. Use. Airbase band. How long until this? Okay, so it would have to be a triple turret design, not a quad turret design. Otherwise, I'm not even close. Yeah, but we don't even have improved quads, I think. At least not that I have noticed. Quad turrets, no. No improved quads. High, that's good. Armor, medium, okay. Hull, fire control, subdivision, turret, ship design, low. Yeah, all good. No, you're communist now, so we don't like you. It's time for a torpedo bomber, I think. A torpedo bomber needs. There is no chance of a double torpedo, so it wants range. I wonder if, say, maneuverability helps with lining up your shots, for example, or getting through. Why not? We're French. We want nimble torpedo bombers. Yeah. 66. Well, they need new carriers because they let us sink all their carriers. Build ship. Elan. 29,000. That's nothing. No, but that's nice. These are 4 inches. Maybe we can rebuild the old ones into 5 inches, then we can mix and match, and while we wait for the sort of penultimate or ultimate gun edition. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I need to get a second one of this class building as well. Highway system, so we can. Oh, it's highways now, not rail. I think that's a date thing. Because I think that increases base resources, while the other thing just increases your budget modifiers. It might give more monies right away, but long-term growth is more valuable. Rebuild. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of rebuilding, as you have learned. I have gradually moved from I was obsessed with rebuilding to not really rebuilding anything more than strictly necessary. And I also always try to be first with everything, but now I'm like, nah, I'll wait. I'll let the AI build the bad stuff, and then I will come slightly after with something much better and more longer lasting, and think that works fine. Even these degraded battleships have above 20 knots of speed, and they have fire control, and they have TPS, and yeah, they're not good, but they're not horrible either. Just don't want to sink 80,000 into each of these ships to sort of make them almost good, and then 10 more years passes and we skipped building entirely new ships just because we are refitting. Refitting is for treaty. Yeah. Okay, okay. Yeah. See, I let him play around a few turns, and suddenly, instead of I guarantee you we have someone that's above average, well known. Yes, of course we do. It's so stupid. I hate the officer system. It's such a wasted opportunity. Just makes me sad. Biostructures. Oh, that is quite a bit better, yes. Oh, it can carry a 260-pound bombs. Of course. Okay, let's look at fighters. This one is old and we have none of it. Why is the prothèse? Huh. No, we have no fighters. What have I been doing here? I'm just messing here, I think. Ah, yes, of course, they haven't had time to move over to it. And I think this one is just gonna can that. Let them move over. They are completely unknown anyway. I really don't understand the obsession. The game generates a million skilled rear admirals for some reason, very few commanders and captains, but refuses to use them when on auto. I don't understand sort of the AI logic behind this. I can say that any number of times. They can have a dive bomber unit for scouting or variety, something. I don't know. No, they don't want to transition to this one. Maybe they haven't. Zero available, yes. Budget and tension. Yes, I need tension. Lots of tension. Still not enough, though. Okay, so we've reached 1937, so I guess we're halfway. Build. I have no idea who these people are, but I'm sure they are important. 66,500. Or 64, 62. And no. Balkans, it's Italy again. It's always Italy. Uh, Horrendous. Durandal. No. No, no, no. Okay. Yeah, I think I have something that can work. This one gets three double 5-inch turret, so it has to keep some of the 3-inch guns with DP. Not a lot, but what counts is having some heavy AA 6 light guns. We want it to look like this. Sort of differentiate. Let's keep it this way. It only has triple centerline and it doesn't have reloads because it's not primarily a torpedo craft, it's more of a gunship, so we can mix this in with the new ones that have 4-inch guns and more torpedoes and reloads. I think that until we get 2,000, 2,500 ton destroyers and get them built en masse, I think that can be a reasonable thing. It's 3754, which is expensive, but I have forgotten the director. That makes things very much more complicated. But we fix, yeah, we don't need 180 with 5-inch guns. I was trying it with 4-inch. So, and it also has the same speed, so it can follow the others. So less AA, more gun, not more tubes, but heavier guns, and decent ASV, and it has some mines and good times. But it's going to cost 500 a pop for 8 months. So, yeah, I'm gonna fix one. I mean, I have to rebuild a batch, otherwise we will never be done. I think that is useful. It's a huge improvement over what it is. So, pushing forward. Some FIPs have no commander. And incredibly enough, this is an unmodified bomber from 1933, from 4 years ago. And our new builds are not even close in performance. It's just sad. 108. This is poor. I guess I did choose maneuverability, so probably my own fault, instead of range like I should have. Bomb load. Disarmament conference in The Hague. I have 3 CVs and 2 battleships building. No. Prestige and tension, that's much better. Much better. The US doesn't care. Rhineland, 16-inch guns, all forward, looking good there. 14, 6-inch on 3-inch, 5.5-inch deck. But you know what? What if I just poke holes in him with my 17 quality 1 guns at the waterline? And that deck won't help you, will it? No. Sure. Okay, so I mean, this could be DP now, and you could take off the 3-inch guns, but you know what? I don't think I need my 5-inch guns to be shooting into the air. I don't want that. And they need a lot more ammo. So see, there's almost no difference. So, this one has graphics. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, looks good. Advanced director 250, 350 is better. Something like that. Still only 15-inch guns, but it's a pretty good looking ship, I would say. Pretty good looking ship. That not free, but it is worth it, I think. No, 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 no. Cannot rebuild all 4. Rebuild ship. Okay. Um, lighter steam turbines. Yeah, my aircraft, we all know my aircraft, they are very bad, so rebuild. Strong arms industry is the foundation of a strong army. Allow it. Nothing happened, and my budget is now quite a bit better. I like it. These are almost done. Can't really see myself building any major battleship anytime soon. No. Eight 6-inch armor piercing. Okay. No, even with bomb load that accomplished nothing. Max speed, cruise speed, 5-7. Really not interested. Aircraft types. Okay. Let's again try to get a decent fighter. Starting to doubt I can do that. Torpedo tubes above and below water. Wow. Support them, whatever comes. Yeah, sure. Russia's allied to Italy, so if Japan gets into a war with Russia, we can get our war after all. Huh. Very interesting. I'm extremely pressed for funds right now, despite my rather largish budget. So I would prefer if the war could just wait a few more months. You can see half a year, then the situation would be very much improved. Yes, 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 of course. Victorious, destroyers. Ah, good. Now, seriously, what? France doesn't have any special traits that says your aircraft will suck, but suck they do. Yeah, this is the new one. We can just immediately obsolete it. There's absolutely no point in trying to update it. 4 or 5 years more modern. A complete lemon. Or if let me know if France has some sort of problem with aircraft development. It's very historical, but the game doesn't tell you it has. So for me, that becomes strange. Uh, retain. Have 13 more to go. It'll be fine, I think. These are good to rebuild. It only takes 3 months and it's worth it to get the extra anti-air and so forth. What is your why? Tension. Budget. More tension. I mean, it's only been a few years since we fought Germany. I've managed to recover pretty well, I would say. Mm, or, these are pretty neat. Oh, that's good looking. I don't know. I mean, I could take them rather easily, I think. Italy is a joke, so. Oh, look at that. We have reached January 1938, so that means we've reached the end of the episode. And thank you for watching and see you again soon.